guys, Queenie Girl. How's everyone doing today? Now, the reason I say how is everyone doing today, yes, it's become a bit of a sort of catchphrase type of thing for my videos, but you know what, when you actually think about it, how many of us actually say how we're feeling? So if I ask somebody, and I know if I ask, well, I could ask anybody, I'm like, oh, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Good, thanks. You're just like, yeah, standard conversation, that's it. And then you move on. But nobody actually sits there being like, well, actually, I'm feeling quite low, I'm feeling quite happy, I'm feeling quite energetic, I'm feeling a little lost, you know. Nobody actually tells you how they genuinely feel. And it's quite sad, really, because genuinely, people don't bother because they genuinely feel fine. I mean, what type of feeling is fine? Is that a neutral feeling? I mean, for me, when I say I'm fine, I just say it because it's just for the sake of saying it. Like, can I be bothered to tell this person my life story? Not really. Are they interested? Probably not really. So, I mean, but I know often, I think there are people who genuinely actually probably do want to tell you how they're feeling, but you know, most of the time people also don't want to be burdening anybody, and I can genuinely say I feel like that sometimes, where I'm just like, you know what, it's my own issue and I'm gonna put it on somebody else. Like, they didn't ask for me to like dump my crap on them. Not literally, that would be disgusting. It's a very vivid image to come to mind as well. Anyways, but it's true though, like, how overused is this, like, hey, how are you, how are you doing, how are you, how are you? Genuinely, everybody right now, I don't care, the 2 or 3 that are watching, how are you genuinely? And like, I want you to ask yourself that genuinely. How are you feeling? Are you feeling fine? Are you feeling meh? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Tell me. Feel free to even comment and tell me how you're genuinely feeling at this moment in time. Really get in touch with your feelings, because the problem is what we find in life is we block everything up. We don't tell anyone how we genuinely feel because it's easier not to tell anybody. It's easier to keep it all inside. But then the problem is, it's like a bottle of fizzy pop. You keep it all inside, it builds up, and then pop. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out at some point. It's gonna come out in anger, it's gonna come out in frustration, it's gonna come out in tears. It could come out in any type of way. And sometimes it's better that you have that control over it effectively in how you're doing it. So if you recognize that you're one of these people where things build and build and build and build and build, and then they just get pop. Because don't get me wrong, like, it happens and there's nothing wrong with it. But what I'm saying is, if you don't want it to happen like that, that's okay as well. You do what you can then. So like, open up. When someone asks, how are you? Tell them if you want. If you don't want to tell them, that's your choice as well. But make sure you have an outlet for where you can tell people if you are genuinely fine or if you are genuinely something else. Because as I said, you know, if I give my own example, I know sometimes I'm not fine, but there's also a part of me is like, I can't talk to certain people because I don't want to burden people. I know there's a particular person, a particular 2 people who I know for definite who I will talk to, but I suppose it's almost, the bad thing is it almost gets to that point where I'm just like, yeah, I need to talk to somebody. But I also try not to let it get to that point by doing other things to manage how I'm feeling. But if you're similar, then listen to yourself and listen to your body, I would say. If you know you don't feel right, if you know you don't feel fine, definitely talk to somebody. Like, I had a particular counselor who I love talking to. She's not counseling anymore because of health issues, but I used to love talking to her. And it was almost a controlled outlet for me to express how I felt. And because I work in that field, it's important to get that therapy. I didn't get that therapy because I was like, oh, I'm really suffering or whatnot. No, I got it because I knew it was going to help to regulate how I was feeling and also give me that outlet. So there's no shame in ever getting that help if you ever want it or ever need it. Some of us, though, coming from the mental health field, my background being that, it's important you do that actually, because as I said, so often we're just like, how are you? I'm fine. We're not actually telling people how we are feeling genuinely. And that's where the trouble comes in, because you keep it, as I said, you know, it needs an outlet. You can't just block everything up. It needs, otherwise. Anyways, guys, if you ever need any help, ever need any advice, anything like that, I do have my email address, I believe, in my information. If you just want to post a comment and ask, I will always respond. I will always try to respond in a timely manner. But anyways, I hope everyone has a good day. And genuinely, at the end of this video, check in with yourself. How are you doing? Are you actually fine? How are you? Genuinely. I do mean that. And I do try and do this often to people now. I'm like, oh, how are you? And they're like, I'm fine. Are you genuinely fine though? Because I want to know, are you genuinely fine? Okay? Anyways, guys, have a good day. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. I'm going to stop now. Bye-bye.